You know that feeling, right? When you're explaining the same thing to ChatGPT for the 100th time. Who you are, what you do, how you need it to answer. It feels like you're talking to someone with no memory at all. Well, today, that's going to end.
See, every time you start a new chat, you're basically talking to a complete blank slate. It has no idea who you are. So you're constantly re-explaining context, which just wastes time and, let's be honest, leads to some pretty generic answers. It's really frustrating.
So let's fix this. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to transform ChatGPT from that generic tool into a personalized assistant that actually knows you, remembers your preferences, and gives you the perfect response pretty much every single time.
First things first, we need to find the control panel. This is where all the magic happens. It's a little bit buried, which is probably why most people never find it, but it's incredibly simple once you know where to look.
Okay, so on the main website, look down in the bottom left corner for your profile name. Go ahead and give that a click. Then, in the menu that pops up, select Settings. Inside the Settings window, you'll see a Personalization tab. That's our destination. Let's head in.
All right, now that we're in the Personalization menu, our first mission is to teach ChatGPT how to communicate. This is where we get to define its personality and the way it structures its answers for you.
And what's really cool here is the amount of control you have. You can set a base, style, and tone. Maybe you want professional for work stuff. And then you can use these characteristics sliders to fine-tune it. For instance, you could slide headers and lists all the way up to make sure you always get perfectly structured notes, and then slide emoji way down to keep things formal. You can get really specific.
Okay, but this next part, this is the real game changer. Custom instructions. Think of these as permanent rules that ChatGPT will follow in every single chat, on every device you use. Honestly, this is the single most powerful setting you can change to stop repeating yourself forever.
So you're going to see two boxes. In the first box, you tell it about you. You could write, I'm a software developer who has to explain complex ideas to people who aren't technical. Then in the second box, you tell it how to respond. For example, always use simple analogies, clear headers, and avoid jargon. Just this one step means you get the format you need every time.
Now let's build on that. Beyond just those general instructions, we can give ChatGPT even more context about you and, crucially, control what it remembers from our chats.
Right below those custom instructions, you'll find the About You section. Yeah, filling out your nickname and occupation is a good start, but that More About You box is where the real power is. For example, if you tell it, I often need to create content that I can paste directly into Canva, you'll find it stops giving you plain text and starts giving you formatted content that's perfect for your design tool. It's a tiny bit of input for a much, much better output.
And this brings us to the two layers of memory it uses. Saved memories are facts you explicitly tell it to save, like my company's target audience is marketing professionals. But then there's chat history, which is more about pulling insights from your recent conversations. When you put them together, you get an AI that has a much, much richer understanding of it.
And you are always, always in control. If you're working on something confidential, you can just toggle the memory and chat history off for a while. No problem. This is also the spot where you can supercharge the whole thing. Need the latest info? Toggle on web search. Got a confusing spreadsheet? Turn on Code Interpreter and let it do the analysis for you.
All right, on to our final layer of personalization, choosing the right AI engine and tools for each job, because you definitely don't need to use the same setup for every single thing you do. At the top of every new chat, you'll see this model picker. The best way to think of it is like shifting gears. Need a quick definition? Use Instant. It's super fast. But if you're writing a detailed business plan, you'll want to switch to Thinking. It takes a little more time, but the quality is just on another level. And if you're not sure, just leave it on auto and let ChatGPT decide for you.
Now, if you're on a paid plan, you get even more granular control. You can adjust the thinking time. Standard is great for a balance of speed and intelligence, but Extended is what you use when you really need the AI to take its time and give you a deep, comprehensive answer.
And whatever you do, don't forget about that little plus icon. This is your special toolkit. You can click it to upload a PDF and get a summary, ask DALL-E to create a logo, or even use agent mode to plan an entire vacation for you, from flights to hotels. Some of these are paid features, but man, are they game changers.
Okay, I know that was a lot of information, but getting started is actually really fast. So if you only do 3 things after this, make it these 3. This is your high-impact checklist.
First, set your custom instructions. That gives you the biggest bang for your buck, by far. Second, fill out that About You section to give it that crucial context. And third, just quickly review the memory toggles so you're comfortable with what it's remembering. These 3 steps alone will completely revolutionize your experience.
So by setting these preferences just one time, you've created an AI assistant that is tailored specifically for you. It gets you, it gets your work, and it's ready to help you be more creative and productive than ever before. So I guess the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?